Well, hello there, and welcome to Guitar Builder's Life Hack, the show where I show you some of the things that I've made to make guitar building easier for myself. I hope you'll enjoy this show. Let me know in the comments below if you did, and if you think any of these things that I'm showing you are useful to you. Let's go and take a look. So, the tool I have for you today is this. Now you might ask, what is this? Well, if I take the rubber band off, and I unfold it, you'll see that basically this is just sandpaper for my belt sander. And all I've done is I've cut it in half so I can unfold it, and I've put dowels on each end. I'm holding them in place with some nails and a bit of wood glue so that they are really hard, stuck there, won't come loose. And the reason why I'm using belt sander paper is not because I accidentally bought the wrong size and I have a bunch of it and I don't know what to do with it. It's because it has a very strong cloth-like back. If you do this tool with sandpaper that has paper, it will break apart too quickly and you won't be able to use it. Now, what is this tool used for, you might ask, if you haven't guessed it. This is used so I can reshape necks. So let's move over to a neck and I'll show you how I use it. Okay, so here I have a neck and it's clamped down, hanging out from my workbench. And all I do is I put this down on the neck like this, but with the sandpaper facing down like this, so it will cut into the wood. I'm not going to do that on this neck right now because I'm not ready to do that. I'm just holding it here so that you will see how I use it. And then I just move it back and forth like this. And I sand the neck. And by doing that I can reshape it. Now, depending on how I hold my hands, if I stretch the paper down like this, or if I stretch it out like this, I can get different profiles. If I have a D-shaped neck and I want to make it more like a C shape, I might actually hold it out like this and go back and forth. And this way I can just take down in the middle. Now, you have to be very careful because right here is the edge of the fretboard. And if you start sanding that away, you will eventually change where the string alignment on the neck is. Now, you can do that, but then you'll have to replace the neck and you'll think about what kind of bridge you're using. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it, I'm just saying be very careful. So if you go like this, you will basically just decrease the neck size. So if you're happy with it the way it is, you just want to thin it out, this is how you go. But if you want to take away at the top, or rather the back just in the middle, you go like this, very wide. And the wider you go, the flatter neck you'll get. Now obviously you can't go too crazy with it. If you have, for example, a really fat Telecaster neck, you can't really make it into an Ibanez Wizard neck. You have to sort of deal with things the way you have. And you have to be really careful about what kind of truss rod you have, because that demands how much you can sand something back. Be very careful when you're reshaping a neck, and always consider taking off less than you want to do so you don't break the neck. But usually it's more the shape of the neck than the actual fatness of the neck that matters. If you have a really thick D, you can smooth it out to something that feels like a somewhat fat C, and it will feel a lot better. Also, a thing you have to think about is what kind of sandpaper grit you're using. I am using right now 80 grit sandpaper, but that's because I really want to work fast and easy and not, have to do this for a long time. But if you're a beginner and you're uncomfortable and you don't really know what to do, I would suggest you start off with 120 or maybe even higher. But I'd like to be able to not work physically so much and get it done pretty quickly. So I feel like 80 is a perfect place for me. Do a couple of test pieces, use some scrap woods, get a feel for how to use it, be comfortable. You don't need to use round dowel as handles. I just like the way it feels in my hand. It fits very well. Well, there's the show. I hope you liked it. Let me know if you did. And also, if you wouldn't mind giving this a thumbs up, or maybe even subscribing. That will let me know if this is appreciated and if you want to see more of this. But until next time, see ya.